Today on the channel, a surprise reveal day from Mattel. We got brand new pictures of basics, ultimates, top picks, retros, and elites. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mattel reveal video. As today, November 20th, 2021, a surprise drop, I guess, from WWE.com, the Elite Squad, Mattel, whatever you want to call it. We got some new images of some figures, some first-time images of figures, and a lot of interesting news today. So I figured, hey, we better throw it in a video. It missed weekly purchases, but we'll do one of those special one-off videos we love so much. And if this is your first time to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We do all kinds of reveals, unboxings, you name it. There's a lot of toy stuff that goes on this channel, so make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. But let's jump into it. A lot of stuff revealed today. We'll kind of jump all over the place a little bit, but we'll start with the top picks line. Now, top picks, the bane of some people's existence. I have been saying since day one, top picks elites, a great idea. You need those heavy hitters out on the shelves at all time. That's what they are there for. But give us different outfits, different attires outside of the elite line. Don't just give us simple re-releases. Make a completist like me go in and buy these top picks of Mattel. I'm sure they listen to my videos, and that's probably why they did it, but maybe not. But either way, we're getting a brand new Rey Mysterio Jr. in the top picks line. It is different than traditional elites. I'd almost be happy if Rey Mysterio just stayed in the top picks line forever. Just release him once, twice a year as a top pick with a different attire. Leave him out of the traditional elite line. I think that would be fine. We all love tattoos. We love little guys. We love hairy bipedal creatures. We love masks. You know how that goes. But we're getting Rey Mysterio with his usual shirt. We always get that plastic shirt, extra hands, but a pink attire. Very cool looking Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio, I think, has to be in the top 3 characters of the most figures of all time as far as wrestling goes out there. So I like what they're doing here with this Rey Mysterio, giving it as a top pick, saving it out of the regular elite line. And then they did the same thing, and this is a bit of a sleeper one for the top picks. We're getting the Rock top pick. Now, that Rock, obviously a tip-top superstar of all time out there. A lot of people, he's probably on their Mount Rushmore of wrestlers, and maybe wrestling figures as well. But we are getting a Rock in the top picks line, which I found was very interesting, as I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, this is his first ever top picks figure, and this makes sense. And not a lot here, not a lot of meat on the bone, as we say with this one. We do get a raw microphone that's cool, we get extra hands, stuff like that, some new tights, but not a lot. If you've had the, you know, Walmart exclusives and any of the other Rocks, we've had a lot. He's got his Derek Jeter head scan going on, if you need another Derek Jeter figure. But the selling point for this one was the soft goods Rock jersey. If you guys watched wrestling back in the day, the Attitude Era specifically, you knew about this jersey. It was all over the place. We're getting this in soft goods. This makes this another must-have, makes that top picks line mean a heck of a lot more. So we're getting Rey, we're getting the Rock. I have to assume we're going to have some more in the top picks, but that is all they showed with that. So there is that coming on. But then the big one, part of my most wanted figures last year, 2021, we talked about what is Kyle's most wanted figures of 2022. I've been saying it for a long time. This is a character that hits me where I want to be hit. Old Shotzi Blackheart. We are finally getting a Shotzi figure. She was on the video talking about it. She was very excited, which is good to see. I believe they said Elite 95 we will get Shotzi Blackheart. That's going to be a huge seller because people love tattoos. People love females. I love females. Females. But you get green hair with her. That's so toyetic. The helmet. No tank, unfortunately. Maybe we can figure something out, be a different toy line making a tank work, or maybe we'll get something in the future. But Shotzi coming to the elite line, my most wanted elite of current wrestlers out there, so I'm very happy to finally get Shotzi. An Elite 95, that's going to be here before you know it. It's probably looking at April, May, off the top of my head, maybe sooner. Who knows? Maybe June, somewhere, 2022 we'll call it. But Shotzi coming in Elite 95. But then we finally got, we knew about him, we talked about him on the channel before, Elite 91 apparently knocking on the doorstep. I have a feeling now we're going to see Elite 91 before year's end. It's just crazy how things have been getting pumped out. We talked in weekly purchases that dropped today, if you watched that video, about my view on year-end rankings, and I was saying 89 and 90 should not be a part of 2021, but it sounds like 91 is going to come from ringside. It's crazy. Distribution issues going both ways all over the place. crazy times we're living in, that's for sure, as you guys know if you watch my channel. But Elite 91, we got in-packaged image and we got glamour shots. We've got Hulk Hogan coming to 91. I'm excited about this one. I like the later day Hogans. I loved him in the Jack's Ruthless Aggression style. I'm happy to get this Hogan here. Got all the kind of stuff you want, his bandana, glasses, and then he does have a shirt, of course. And then he's got the brand new boas, the kind of double boa going on there. So a lot to like about this Hogan. Hogan always sells, so you know this will be flying off the shelves. So Hulk Hogan coming back to Elite 91, which we knew about, but it looks cool to see it official in package. And then we saw Sami Zayn, his long-awaited return to the Elite line. I'm happy to have this Sami Zayn back. I love Sami Zayn. I liked his prior figures. A lot of people didn't like him, but I like this one. Looking like Fidel Castro. He comes with his Zammy or Slammy version of Sammy. He gets that. You get extra hands, but the soft goods coat, jacket, the hat, just totally cool. Very toyetic looking figure. Be interesting to see how that sells, because somebody like me likes that. I'm not sure if the average Joe, the average kid out there, is longing for a Sami Zayn, but I hope so, because I do truly enjoy Sami Zayn. Then we're getting Bianca Belair. We knew this one was coming as well. The cool thing about this one to me is the removable earrings. Those things are going to be lost. If you get a kid with those things will be lost day one, but it's an interesting new technology. She gets a title belt, of course. Very iconic gear. I always say you close your eyes, you think of a character. When I close my eyes and I think of Bianca, this is the gear I actually think of. So some of you guys are probably like me there. But we're getting that one. Then Austin Theory. This leaked out this week. I think he was on WWE.com. Was it The Bump or one of those shows I don't watch? Yeah, you probably don't either. But he showed that in-hand picture of that one. Very interesting. Austin Theory, we did get a basic of him recently. Now his first time in the line Elite. Young up-and-comer, just jumped to Raw. So it's new blood in the Elite line, I guess, which is good. First time in the line. But man, in the glamour shot they showed here, his head seemed giant. Like it didn't match the body. So maybe that's just a camera trickery. I don't know. But we are getting Austin Theory. And then much like Sami Zayn, we're getting Kevin Owens return to the Elite line. There was a clip where it seemed like Sammy and Kevin were getting figures every other set, or at least a basic or an Elite all the time. Well, Kevin Owens back at it. The big one with this Kevin Owens is he's added so much tattoo work. And you guys know I'm a sucker for tattoos. You know, if I was a little bit younger, I've said it before, if I was younger, I'd have full sleeves going on. But it wasn't socially acceptable at work. It's still not, honestly, for what I do. People don't like it, so I don't know how well that would go over. But I would. I'd be all tatted up. I'd be ready to go. But anyways, Kevin Owens, living the dream. At least living the dream for me. He's all tatted up, and we're getting a new figure. We got that breakaway ladder, which we know they talked about there. So that is cool. I think it's time for him to return to the line, so this makes sense. Then we got RVD in package, and you guys know I'm a sucker for RVD. One of my all-time favorites. Love RVD, love ECW. Possibly his most iconic singlet of all time. Very cool to get this one in the Elite line. I'm happy. I hope we get more RVDs. Give them to us all the time. Give me RVD City. We saw him in package. He does come with a chair, of course, so you can do the Van Terminator if you want to. In your real scale ring if you need to. But happy about that one. Very excited to see him in the line. Then we turned our attention to some of the basic figures. I guess we'll start at 126. They showed us 126 and 127. So we started off with Drew McIntyre 126. Pretty boring. We've had so many Drew McIntyres over the year, be it Elite or Basics. His last Elite, beautiful. Love that Elite. I was glad to get something more with a Drew McIntyre finally. But this is plain Jane, easy pass Drew McIntyre Basic. Great for a little kid out there. And we'll leave it at that. Then we saw Bobby Fish. Last time in the line, unfortunately. Old Bobby Fish. Always loved Bobby Fish. Going back to his Ring of Honor days. I might actually pick this one up. I know it's not really the coolest thing ever. He's got the painted on shirts and all that. But I like Bobby Fish, so I could see myself picking this one up. At retail, of course. I'm not overpaying for that. Maybe even wait for a clearance sale. Then, much like Drew McIntyre, we got Seth Rollins back in the line. Yeah, not a lot to talk about that one either. I mean, we've had so many Seth Rollins. This is a very easy pass for me. Don't need that one. But a surprise, and I think this was a late ad. I believe they removed somebody. Didn't they remove Adam Cole? Or there was somebody removed from 126. One of the guys that were recently released. And they put the Macho Man in there. And nothing wrong with putting a Macho Man in there. Macho Man's going to sell. There's a lot of people that are going to pick this up. This will probably be one of the most popular basics in quite some time, honestly. The Macho Man moves units out there. The Macho Man's popular. We're all here for it, of course. I don't know. I like the blue tights. I would love this as an Elite over a basic. Something just seems too plain about it. Maybe that's the rendering or whatever. I'll definitely pick this one up, though. I'm a completist on the Macho Man Mattel figures, so I will pick this one up. And then we get Mandy Rose. We get the regular version and the Chase version of Mandy Rose. I love Mandy Rose. I do miss her blonde hair. She dyed it. She's an NXT champion now. So it really is a dated Mandy Rose, unfortunately. But it's been a while since her last Elite, probably over a year at this point. I'm pretty sure over a year, maybe a year and a couple of months. But it'd be interesting to have her back in the basics line, but not looking anything like she looks on TV right now. So I don't know if that'll hurt sales or what, but I'm here for it. I'll be picking up those Mandy Rose. I'm just a sucker for Mandy Rose. A sucker for Mandy Rose. I think she loves to watch the channel too. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure she does. But then we got Shayna Baszler coming, and I believe, is she 127? Yeah, she's the first one we're going to look at 127. This is her first basic figure. She's had a couple of Elites, a regular Elite, a Fan Takeover Elite, and now getting a basic figure. I don't foresee this one jumping off the shelves very fast. I just don't see it. We know how female figures go at retail, and I don't know if Shayna Baszler connects kind of like a Bianca or even a Mandy Rose kind of to that point. But it is what it is. But Shayna Baszler in 127. Then the return of Rey Mysterio. Yes, another Rey Mysterio basic. And kids love Rey Mysterio. They love masks. They love face paint. They love tattoos. We know it. I'm a kid at heart. We know what they want, what I want. I'm not picking up this Rey, but I can see a lot of people picking up Rey. There's a lot of Rey completionists out there. Kids love Rey. Checks a lot of boxes. So Rey, that makes sense to be in here. Then we get to some interesting ones. We get to some face paint. We get to Santos Escobar. So I'm okay with this. I'll probably pick this up. This is a basic. If it was normal basic, I would pass because I already have his Elite. That's good enough. But getting this half painted, half face painted head, man, you know me. I'm a sucker for face paint. I got to pick this one up. I will play the long game. I'll get him for $9.99 or less. Maybe a damaged package Amazon deal. Maybe a ringside clearance sale. Something like that. But I'll be picking up this one. But then we also saw his partner in crime out there, Joaquin Wilde. And this is a Chase and regular edition. And I'm probably picking both of these up. Now, normally if it was DJZ or somebody, I guess if I didn't have a figure of them, I would pick it up. But this one, we get suited bodies, which is cool. And then you get a masked head scan or a masked extra head. We don't get a lot of extra heads with basics, so that is really cool. But then you get him with face paint as well. So I really need two of those. You put one in, maybe even three. You put one with the mask on, one with the face paint, one with the regular head. Oh, decisions. I mean, it's very tough, and I'm looking at the pictures right now. So that is interesting, but I like it. I like it a lot here. He almost looks like that helmet, the hat. What else can I call it? Helmet, hat? How about a mask? Yes, the mask. His mask, it looks like the Masked Superstar. So I can see people using Masked Superstar customs. I know that's a throwback for you old-time wrestling fans like me. We know all about the Masked Superstar. But yeah, you could use that head almost. It looks like that. Or even the Conquistadors. You could do some touching up. There could be some customizer's dreams with that Joaquin Wilde figure out there. And then much like Bobby Fish, we're getting the last time in the line, it seems to be, with Keith Lee. Man, talk about dropping the ball on Keith Lee. It's just a shame, but 127, if you need another Keith Lee in the basic variety, hey, here's your chance. He's coming in the basic set, 127, last WWE figure. So some interesting basics up there, you know, hot and cold, really. Hot and cold, but making collectors like me dabble into it, and that's what Mattel wants to do. We always talk about it. At the end of the day, it is a business. You got to put that business hat on. They want to attract as many eyes, be it kids, adults, teenagers, whoever, to buy their toy line. So kudos to Mattel. I get it. How about some Ultimate Editions? We talked a little bit of Ultimate Editions on there, and this one blew me away. This was way better than I expected it to be, and I almost feel like I need two of these loose and one in box, and we're talking about Alexa Bliss Ultimate Edition. Very interesting. Getting basically two versions of Alexa Bliss, and from these head sculpts here, much better, much improved. They've been getting better and better on these Alexa Bliss head sculpts. Some of the prior ones were absolutely hot garbage, as you guys know. You're fully aware of it. But both head sculpts seem to be pretty good, at least from the renders and what we saw here. I'm going to probably pick two up to open and one mint on card, like I said, because you get two different outfits. You get Alexa Bliss Wrestler, cheery Alexa Bliss, and then you can get the dark Alexa Bliss with that outfit. So really a 2-in-1 figure. Man, that's crazy. But that should help with sales, as we know. Female wrestlers historically do not sell as well as their male counterparts, especially in the Ultimate Editions. So I think we'll get some extra movement, as you will have people buying multiples of this Alexa Bliss. So that works good. Kudos Mattel. Smart move there. I like the idea of that. What else did we see? Then we saw the Fan Takeover Triple H. Now, this is one I was excited for. Now I'm more excited for it. And it's up for pre-order on Amazon right now. Make sure you pre-order that for sure. But Fan Takeover Triple H DX attire, but Lemmy of Motorhead. And what a significance. I'm wearing a Motorhead shirt. Well, I do about 4 days a week probably wear a Motorhead shirt. I think I have over 100 and some Motorhead shirts. Probably more than that at this point. But anyways, Motorhead-inspired facial hair. Kyle also rocked that facial hair back in the day. I'm thinking about going back. I might do that. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the new year brings. This Triple H, amazing. Three heads on this Triple H. Now that is just crazy. 3 heads, choose your own adventure. Hardcore people out there, old Sambro, good friend of the channel. I think, Sambro, you need 4 of these. You need 4 of these Triple H's. Yes, I said it, but you need 4. I'm definitely going to buy a couple of these. That middle head sculpt looks identical to Lemmy of Motorhead. I don't know if that was just planned that way or what, but in these pictures, it looks like Lemmy. I am going to make my own custom Lemmy. I got a Soft Goods Motorhead shirt. I'll find somebody with some jeans, some black jeans. I'll find that Trish Stratus hat from that recent Elite. You paint that thing black, and man, you're in business. You're in business. You got a Lemmy Motorhead custom. I need that in my collection. So I like this Triple H a heck of a lot more because of the head sculpts on here. I will say, though, if you look at this one, you look at the top half and the bottom half of the body, it looks a little ridiculous. It really reminds me of a Masters of the Universe Origins figure. It's kind of how the body size. The top and the bottom don't look like they go together. And obviously he was big. He was jacked up at this time. I get it. But boy, skipping leg day for a couple of years and only working your upper body, that's a bad recipe for disaster. So I don't know about that, but I love the soft goods. I love the extra hands, the water bottle, and the heads and the hats. A lot to like about this Triple H, so I'm going to be jumping in. You know I'm all in on that Triple H, but can't wait to have a Lemmy-inspired figure as well. Very cool. Until that Super 7 Ultimate Lemmy comes our way, hopefully sooner than later. So I like that a lot. And then we talked a little bit more Ultimates as they gave a little bit of an update on the ring. We all back the ring out there. I know I backed 2 for my min-on card. I'll sell the ring eventually or hang on to it forever. I'm not sure what I'll do with it. But we did see some updated renders of the Macho Man, getting a couple extra hats with the headphones. Just a cool one. A lot of Macho Man completists out there. If you want to sell this Macho Man, you should have no problem selling it. Going to be a cool figure out there. So we'll see that ring. We still got a ways to go. One might say we've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. That's what I would say. We got one of those going on. So, but we did get the update on the Macho Man. And then really the close of it all was an interesting one. And it sounds like come January 28th, 2022, we can go to Mattel Creations website, which is a pretty slick, easy website. I dealt with it with some He-Man pre-orders. It went fairly well. But we'll be able to order our retros. And I don't think this is going to crash the site or anything like that. And I think it's the perfect way, the perfect avenue to sell the retros via MattelCreations.com. But as you guys know, we're getting Mr. T, we're getting Mean Gene, we're getting Cowboy Bob Orton Jr., and then of course we're getting Roddy Piper. They're all going to fit in a box together. It's tough to decide because I have a mint on card set and a loose set, so I definitely need 2 sets, but do I need a 3rd set to keep them all mint in the box? I don't think so. I think 2 is good for me. I like these retros are coming back. I don't know if these are knocking my socks off or not. We'll see. But the retro business, as we see from Heels and Faces with Zombie Sailor, we see it from Cella. The retro business is on fire right now. People are wanting their retros. We'll see. Is that too much retros for anybody? I don't know. They're all very niche because the average Joe out there doesn't really know to Mattel Creations. They don't know to go there for that kind of stuff. They don't know about Zombie Sailor. They don't know about Cella. These are for hardcore fans. And how many hardcore fans are there that collect retros? I mean, you think about how many toy collectors do you know? And then you say, okay, how many toy collectors that you know actually collect wrestling figures? Okay, how many toy collectors you know that collect wrestling figures collect retros? Okay, how many of those people actually know they're coming back and are aligned with all that? So you think there's a lot of people clamoring for it, but just think of your own town. Think about that. Take that business step back, put that business hat on. How many people are really clamoring for those out there? These aren't going to be huge runs of figures, I don't think, in any of the waves out there because, honestly, it's such a niche of a niche of a niche of a niche and so on out there. But it's interesting. Hits me where I want to be hit. As you guys know, I grew up with the LJNs and the Hasbros. I always feel I had the best age because I was there for the LJNs as a player. I was there as the Hasbros as a player. I got to intermingle. It was a great time to be alive. What a time to be alive it was. But how many people like me out there wanting retros? I don't think there's a lot of kids out there wanting retros. I don't know if there's a lot of teenagers out there wanting retros. It's more the older adult collector. And then how many of them are are out there wanting all that. So interesting math. I'm sure Mattel did the work. They did the market research, all that. It'd be really interesting to see where those go, but I'm definitely getting 2 sets, possibly 3. But January 28th, it sounds like that's the date. That is the date they are coming out. So an interesting day. It was a surprise reveal. I'm a bit shocked. I said in the weekly purchases video that dropped today on the same day that news should be pretty slow the rest of the year. And this could be Mattel's last news item of the year because a lot of people shut down for Thanksgiving. I know a lot of people are off. Good for you guys out there getting some time off. November, Thanksgiving time frame. Some people take the week after even. And then you got the holidays gearing up. A lot of people using their vacation. A lot of people, off. And then next year you get Chinese New Year's. You get it every year, I guess. But that's the end of January. Like January 31 through like middle of March. That slows down a ton of stuff. So I don't know how much news and releases we're going to have the next couple of months. It usually is the slow time of the year. As we know with retail, putting the business hat on, January, February is the slowest time of the year for retail sales. Not a lot of new stuff out there, a lot of clearance stuff left over from Christmas. I do think this year we're going to see a heck of a lot more stuff on the pegs after Christmas compared to last year. So some of you long deal game players out there. So it'll be interesting news. I think we're at the tail end of the cycle. We'll see what happens this week, being a Thanksgiving week, but I just think that's kind of the it for announcements. But I could be wrong. I didn't expect this today either, but it's always fun getting new reveals out there. Always fun to get some new ideas of what we have to look forward to. And it's always fun. So there it is, the Mattel reveals. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. What are you excited for? What are you passing on? What are you picking up? Do you agree or disagree with my thoughts? I'm sure some of you guys have opinions as well. Put them in the comments down below. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. As you guys know, nobody works harder in the action figure game than me. I'm the hardest working man in the action figure game. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media, SirPaul64. That would be Twitter, of course. Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. And of course, Pro Wrestling Tees. Support the channel. Search Kyle Peterson. So for the Mattel reveals, I am Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.